getting set for first down. He's gonna pass. Pressure coming. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
To the air, it's Criswell. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud, make it real difficult on our opponent.
He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
The Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum stop.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Rhys Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
These third downs, man, they're critical game businesses. When you have mobile quarterbacks, it's just so great to know that, one, they can get it throwing it for your offense, but two, if it's not there, they can take off and scramble and generate big plays as well. This guy now, because of his athleticism, he's got the offense knocking on the door inside the opponent's 10-yard line.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. 2nd and goal for the offense. They're going to run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And in that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to barge their way in. He stopped. 4th and goal, and he lost a yard back to the 2.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll go to the ground. Find some room, and that's what you want to get away from the goal line. A 5-yard pickup out to the 6.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a gap. It's Hampton. Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And the Tar Heels are stopped
He
but
on
not
big shit.
before getting it past the sticks.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback. Stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major
Why are you
statistic
running,
in football in
bitch?
terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Now on 2nd and short. After the run, now to throw. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Back to throw, it's Criswell. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
He lets one fly deep.
Bro, come the fuck on, bro.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the
They
1st down.
holding me, bro.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He makes the connection. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Those slot receivers nowadays are going to walk. You can play touch football in an elevator and lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
You don't hurt him.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
They march to the red zone, and here they go. Finds his man down the middle. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And the Tar Heels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quick pass on the fly motion.
Of course, they just hold me.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. That turned out to be a free play with the offside
trash.
penalty. They'll wave it off, and the touchdown counts.
I ain't
And
gonna
he's
lie.
got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass.
I'm not even trying. Lucky.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. A first down for the offense. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to go up top on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He's going for the big play. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing
That's
the
why I
football.
hate that shit,
Welcome
bro.
to modern college
I already
football.
knew what
That's
he
what
was
it is.
doing.
Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. To the air, it's Criswell. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he wants it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the 3rd quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
They're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on 2nd down from the 13. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, looking to throw. the
Bro, I don't
defense
got no
gets
fucking
loose,
time,
bringing the
bro.
heat, and down he goes again.
Fuck,
Man, there are
block.
defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly.
Fuck, bro. These niggas not blocking, bro.
And that was good defense.
I need to run the fucking ball, though. What am I doing? I'm doing dumbass shit. That's on me.
Listen, you can spin on the other side. This
I'm
offense
playing
is
fucking
really
stupid.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner goes down.
Wait, what the fuck am I doing?
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect plan, like just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Shoots it to the left. And the ball is intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
What a nice
Bruh.
catch
I ain't
by
even
the
gonna choose
defensive back.
that.
Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right, you see that blocking and all the holes open up. That's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
They'll ride the hot hand. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Fires to the tight end. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pickup of 5 and a 1st down. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. Got enough space. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Man, what a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Fuck him up.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. using the back as a receiver on the screen.
He
Not
had
a
it.
whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
To throw, it's Criswell. Buys a little extra time. And it'll be a short game, and no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. But this defense is going to have to sell out to stop the run and try to get the ball back one last time. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got stuffed on first down at 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's going to run it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Discards a man. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The give on the inside. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll immediately call timeout. Timeout, Kansas. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolute shank. Missed it.
That's crazy.
And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
That was ass.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. There's plenty of time to work with, and they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Man, what a...